Welcome to another edition of the Oldish TV. As always, I am your host, Karen, and it is my pleasure to welcome you. If you're new to us, a special welcome. I hope you enjoy the content and stick with us. If you've been with us before, a special welcome back to you, and thank you for all of the comments that you always leave. I do appreciate it. And thank you also for inviting your friends to follow us. It's great. Now, I am not terribly dressed up today, but that's because I have something special I want to talk to you about. As you can see, I have a dream t-shirt, which actually came from the Martin Luther King Museum in the US when I was down there a few years ago. But people, when I go out in public and I have this shirt on, ask me what my dream is all the time. Today, I'm going to tell you about my dream, which I've talked about before. It's not new, it's just that it is imminent. My dream has been to produce a show called Real Life Renos, which is all about having the home that you love be able to work with you instead of against you for the rest of your life so that you can stay in that home. Because most of us, let's face it, do want to stay in our homes. Now, sometimes the goals that we set for ourselves are not in alignment with the home that we're living in, but that doesn't mean going into long-term care. Like, who wants to go into long-term care these days in the time of COVID? In fact, people are pulling their parents out of long-term care and doing renovations and modifications to their home to accommodate their parents. Instead, you can modify your home. You can do renovations on your home so it will work with you and not make you adjust to it and potentially hurt yourself or use up energy that you could be using in other ways. Just as a for instance, how many times do you, like me, almost bend yourself in half to reach down to plug something into an electrical outlet? Did you know that there's absolutely no reason for an electrical outlet to be in the position it is above the floor? You can put those electrical outlets anywhere. You don't have to bend down so far. That's just a gentle little modification that can be done if you're doing any renovations. So sometimes a full-on renovation is necessary. For instance, if you have no bathroom or a two-piece bathroom on the first floor of a home, and you have been living on the second floor of a home, in order to make it appropriate for you to live on the first floor, you might have to completely renovate that bathroom so that it is a 3 or 4 piece bathroom, and you can turn the dining room into your bedroom. I mean, whatever rooms are down there, you can live on one floor of your home, provided all of the elements are there so that you never have to do those stairs again. Sometimes modifications are very gentle. Let me show you a couple. Now, these came from our social media manager who works on the Oldish and on Brown Healthcare. And she posted these two modifications that I'm going to show you on our Oldish site, but I copied them over to the Real Life Renos Instagram page because I thought they were really good. So let me show you the first one. You see that sink? Isn't that beautiful? I think that's just a gorgeous, modern, elegant looking sink. It's mounted to the wall. There's no vanity underneath it. And as you can see, the water faucet comes out quite far. Now, what does all that mean? It means you can fit a wheelchair underneath that vanity, that sink rather, because there is no vanity cabinet. And it means you don't have to reach as far back to access the water. Even the water, let me just get this here. The water controller comes out far. I'm not sure if you can see that in the picture because it's all quite silver, but it comes out quite far. So you could actually reach that and you don't have to grab it with little fingers either. You can just hit it with the bottom of your hand. And if you did that, then that makes that piece accessible too. So you just hit it or hit it down or hit it to the side, however you want the water temperature to go. Isn't that beautiful? That's a beautiful looking sink. Now let me show you another one. This one she just posted this morning. So this is somebody with a Cricut machine. Do you guys know Cricut machines? They make all kinds of things. And my daughter has one and she's a whiz with it. And every time I turn around, I'm looking at these machines being able to do all kinds of different things. So this came from Cricut, the official page on Facebook. And what this person did was she created on her Cricut machine some words and symbols to put onto a switch plate cover. And it just lets the older family member in her home know what's what. So clearly that switch is for the light. This is for the fan, and this is for the fireplace. And she's even gone so far as to say if you rock the switch to this side, that's off. And if you rock the switch to that side, it's on. Isn't that amazing? That is absolutely astonishing. And these are modifications that you can do very easily yourself in your own home. Switching out a sink is money, but it's a small amount of money compared to a giant renovation. You can get also in the bathroom uh, toilet seats that make your toilet higher if you don't want to switch the entire toilet out. You can do, well, stepless showers. If you're doing a whole renovation, stepless or curbless showers are the way to go so that you can actually roll right into the shower if you need to. So you see, don't be intimidated by renovations and modifications. And that is what our show is all about. Real Life Renos is going to show you the renovations and modifications that you could consider for your home so that the home you live in now could potentially be the home you are able to stay in forever and ever. Isn't that amazing? Nobody's doing a show like this. Do you know why? Do you know why? Here's why. I'll tell you. It's because when people like me start talking about accessibility, the people who run the networks and even some of our viewers will say, well, I'm not in a wheelchair. I don't need anything accessible. And they'll change the channel. No. When was the last time you tried to move furniture into a house? Up the stairs and through a door that's not wide enough? What if you had stepless entry and a wider door, a 36-inch door instead of a 30 or a 32-inch door? Those are modifications. And those are the kinds of things that we would typically do in a home to allow accessibility for everyone. Accessibility and universal design are intended to make a place accessible for everyone, no matter the stage of their life. So I do hope you'll tune in. We are shooting the pilot for this show on Monday, this Monday coming up, October 26th. I won't have anything to show you until we think January by the time it's edited, but we are shooting at a rental unit development, and one of the rental units is being done in a completely accessible fashion, and they are using a consultant to do this. The builder actually got in touch with an accessibility consultant who is certified by the Rick Hansen Foundation. If any of you Canadians will know who Rick Hansen is, our viewers in the US and the UK may not, but he is a gentleman who many years ago, he was in a wheelchair and he drove his wheelchair across Canada to raise money. And he did quite an amazing job. And he now has an institute and a foundation. And through this foundation, people can become certified to assess commercial properties for their accessibility. So this development went to the trouble of hiring an assessor who is working in the accessibility space to help them design this one unit as 100% accessible. So we're shooting there on Monday. They are in the process of building this. I understand the vapor barrier is up now and the driveway should be poured. the electrical and the plumbing is in. So we're going to talk to the builder, we're going to talk to the accessibility consultant, and then we're going to go back in December and we're going to see the finished unit. And it is my hope that by then the unit will have been rented. And if the tenant isn't too shy, he or she can maybe tell us what having this unit will mean to their life. Because when you have something that is completely accessible, it means everything to your ability to be independent and stay independent. That's what we all want, isn't it? We all want to be as independent as possible for as long as possible. So, as we film on Monday, as we shoot this amazing show with our amazing production crew, I'm going to do some Instagram and Facebook stories, sort of behind the scenes. I'll introduce you to the accessibility consultant and to our construction team. I'll show you a little bit of the place, and hopefully we'll just all have a great time together. So I'm the host of that show. I'm more used to being behind the camera for things like that, but I'm going to be in front of the camera on this one. And I do hope that you will join me on Monday and keep an eye on those Instagram stories. Now, let me show you again. You can go to our Instagram page. It is real_life_renos. That's where you will find us on Instagram. And on Facebook, you can do the same thing, Real Life Renos. You can also look up Renos Studios, which is my production company, and that should be able to lead you in the right direction, and you can find all the goods there. I know not everybody who has Facebook has Instagram. They're owned by the same company, but that doesn't mean we all do that, right? Sometimes people just do one or the other. Anyway, I would welcome you to join us. We're just building our following, so hopefully we can add you to the numbers. Next week on Wednesday at 12 noon, I'll be able to tell you all about it and maybe show you some more images that I haven't been able to show on the live day that we're shooting because everybody's just really busy. But I'll be able to tell you all about it. So I hope you'll join me next Wednesday at 12 noon. I'll tell you more about the pilot for Real Life Renos. Until then, please take care of one another. Take care of yourselves, and do remember that it takes a village to age a senior. Bye, everybody. Keep your dreams alive because they do come true.